What's up, everybody? Live here, reacting to the sports stories that have broken over the last couple of days.
Houston, Texas.
We'll start with Conor McGregor, who was the biggest story of yesterday, which was already a very active news day in sports with the first round of the Masters, Jordan Spieth and his domination, and Tiger Woods struggling a bit, finishing one over par, and with the Kyrie Irving news, unfortunate for Boston, and we'll cover all that later in the show. But this Conor McGregor story, so weird and odd, and frankly, just so many questions of why it happened. Some people question whether or not it was an emotional stunt gone awry, or if it was just what it seems on the surface. Conor McGregor goes crazy. He and his posse show up at Barclays Center, Brooklyn, where UFC 223 will be tomorrow. And he was upset that they were stripping him of his lightweight belt, and he starts throwing. He and his posse just start throwing objects at his bus, like huge objects like dollies and the barricades, and breaking windows in the bus. Several fighters get injured, including Max Holloway. It truly was a disturbing and dark day for a young sport like UFC, which is trying to grow in legitimacy and is the fastest growing sport. It's very, very popular, but it's also a young sport that is still kind of a niche. And there's people, including myself, who are big fans, that, you know, we kind of know about all the fights, but there's other people that just pay attention, and understandably so, with how much media there is and how many options there are. They only watch it. There's big fights like Conor, like back in the day, a couple years ago, with Ronda Rousey, John Jones. You know, those are the stars of UFC. And, you know, they have all fallen off in the last couple of years. John Jones because of multiple failing drug tests. Ronda Rousey loses to Holly Holm. Only fought once and lost again. It's never been the same. And now Conor McGregor, who hasn't fought in more than a year in UFC, had the foray into boxing against Floyd Mayweather, which made a lot of money. A lot of people saw it as a joke. And also now has had several incidences in the past 6 months of poor behavior. Back in November, he's at a mixed martial arts event. It wasn't UFC. It was like some lower league, and he jumps in after his teammate won, and a ref confronts him, and he pushes the ref and almost gets into fisticuffs there. There was the incident where he pushed apparently someone in the Irish Mafia. It was apparently like a $100,000 pound, hit on his head. And then just yesterday's incident, which caps it all off, with him and his posse going in. He's been arrested. He was turned himself in to authorities last night, and he, after turning himself in, was charged with 3 misdemeanor assault charges and 1 felony criminal mischief charge. Very shocking event yesterday, and now UFC 223 is enforced to make a ton of changes. Dana White, obviously, the president of the UFC, is very upset, and made it yesterday as well as today that he is not helping Conor in the situation. Conor McGregor, at the very least, will have to pay some of these fighters lost money from not being able to fight in UFC 223. He'll probably have to pay fines to Barclays, and this could be very expensive. And then there's that on the possibility of jail time for Conor McGregor, and certainly that is a distinct possibility for Conor McGregor, considering the damages he did and the people he hurt, who have an opportunity headlining the UFC fight to make lots of money and potentially become stars. You never know. Now some of those fighters don't have that opportunity with these injuries they sustained in the incident. And Max Holloway, the featherweight champ, will be unable to fight Khabib Nurmagomedov. Holloway, I actually just came in on this about 6 days ago because just with some of the medical stuff that happens that's normal. Tony Ferguson was supposed to fight Khabib, but was supposed to pull out because of a knee injury. So now you don't have a you don't have the opportunity to fight, and they have to change some of these cards and cancel some of these cards. So UFC 223 in danger potentially of being canceled, or at least not being as good of a show, because you're going to have fighters on very short notice, some of whom might not even be in New York, fly to New York in as little as a day, get ready. So this definitely affects UFC 223 in a negative way. I can't imagine it being staged at all, this incident, because it basically puts you in bad press. And for a young sport like UFC, these kind of shenanigans hurt it. So, it's very unfortunate what happened with that. And with Conor McGregor, and we'll have to see what the legal process is. And some of the videos that posted by TMZ, very crazy. It showed a chaotic scene. Let's cover the NBA. Kyrie Irving, a devastating news for Boston Celtics. He's done for the season. He had to undergo a second knee surgery to remove screws placed in his patella. Potentially undergoing it tomorrow, Saturday. And so he will be out for 4 to 5 months. This effectively, even though the Celtics have had a fantastic regular season and have some good young players, this effectively opens up the East now. Toronto, obviously the 1 seed, looks good now. You look at the fight for the 3 seed, which could determine who wins this conference with LeBron James and the Cavs, and then the red-hot Philadelphia 76ers, who play the Cavs tonight. So it's obviously going to be a very wide-open East. The West is almost set. We'll take another look at standings on my show on Monday after these weekend's games and see how that is affected. Masters, round 1, Jordan Spieth shoots a 6 under par. They are now underway in round 2. Tiger Woods in his big comeback at 1 over par, 73. So he's still very much in the hunt, but he's still improved. in these second and third rounds, second round, and try and make the cut. You never know over the weekend what could happen in this tournament. He was just at number 2, Tiger Woods, and he par 5. So very, very interesting to see what's happening in the Masters, and obviously the next couple of rounds will be very interesting to watch as we head into Friday, and then we'll see who makes the cut. As I just said, Tiger Woods on hole 2, par 5, after a wayward first shot prevented him from hitting the green. But again, this Conor McGregor thing is going to be the top story for a while, and it's interesting because UFC has kind of been out of the limelight for the last few months and weeks and such, but certainly something that would be very devastating for the sport of UFC. As they're trying to be legitimate, they're trying to grow as a sport. And this, when the biggest star is in this kind of trouble and his future in the promotion is in doubt, certainly not a good look for UFC. Kyrie Irving injured, that's a big story as well. So the NBA last couple of games of this regular season and the playoffs should be a very interesting look, especially in the East. We have the Masters, so very, very, very busy weekend in sports. Oh, and to top it off, Tim Tebow in his first at-bat in Double-A, it's a 3-run home run. So pretty much all the names, you have stories involving the Masters, Classic, the premier golf tournament. The stories involving Conor McGregor, the biggest UFC story. You have a story involving the most successful NBA franchise in the Boston Celtics in this devastating injury with a superstar. And then you have Tim Tebow, whose name attracts so much controversy, hitting a home run in his first at-bat. And to top it off, Johnny Manziel is set to make his spring league debut as he attempts to come back from injury. So he is he will start the first quarter and play in the third. In the spring development league game that I believe is tonight, sometime this weekend. So you add that maybe to a sports weekend that is incredibly busy and incredibly weird and entertaining, and all the craziness and drama that we've seen. So I want to thank people who tuned in, and I could see I had one viewer very briefly. Tuning in afterwards, thank you so much for watching. Follow me on Twitter, jmoney810c. Subscribe to me here on my YouTube channel, where I'm going to be doing these streams whenever possible, reacting to big stories, talking all sorts of stuff, and we should have a lot of fun on here. So thank you so much, everyone. Again, my Twitter, jmoney810c. Follow me there.